Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay,
Good afternoon,
so
sir.
good afternoon. Yeah, so this is the second week session, and we have some problems on the online GDP portal. I hope you all have joined that online classroom, and I have
Yes,
already
sir.
Yes, sir.
shared the link in the calendar event also, so you can check the invite link in the calendar link. For term foundation student, we have shared in the G space. Okay. So let me share in quickly in the chat also. So if anyone have not received, you can also join. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so before starting this session, as week 2 content is like no C programming contents are there in the week 2. But in this live coding session, we have started the coding from the basics. So if you have any doubt or any query regarding week 1 and week 2, you can ask initially, and then we will start the main content. Any doubt, any query regarding the week 1 and week 2 content assignments? Okay, no query. So shall we move to the questions? Okay, let me share my screen and I'll so yeah. So in last session we have discussed about some input reading and output printing. This basic program. Okay, so where we are just reading the input and printing the output. Basic sum or print hello like this. This week we will discuss the same type of problems. We will also use the input and output for the program, but some scenario will be there in the problem statement. Like some real life scenario will be there, and you have to convert that real life scenario into a uh, that C code, solution code. Okay, before writing the code, you have to also think about that how you can solve that problem onto the paper and pen. Okay, using the what logic you have to apply to get the answer. So just think about that. This is the one basic main idea of the C programming. Okay, any programming. So before writing the code directly on the editor, first think about that how you can get the output from the input. Okay, according to the problem statements. So I'm opening all the problem. So all the problems are released. If it is not visible, just refresh the page. Okay. So in this portal, okay, one more important things. Let me discuss that first. I think so regarding the our assignments, course page assignment. So let this. Okay. So now week 3 is released. Okay. Yesterday week 3 is released, and this week 3 contain the starting of C programming with the variable operators and basic structure of C. Now you will get this programming assignment in this week also. Okay, so it's with this simple G assignment, okay, graded assignment where the MCQ, MSQ, and input type questions are there. You will also get this programming assignment. So this PPA means practice programming assignments. Okay, so there is no graded marks for these. These will be discussed on the Thursday session. Okay, and PPA 1 to PPA 7. All these are the practice questions. So okay, there is no marks for that, but this is required for practice for programming. Okay, but this GRP 1 to GRP 8 this week, these are the graded programming assignments that contains the marks of this week. Means 50% marks will be taken from your theory assignment, that MCQ, MSQ, that one, and that 50% will be taken from this programming assignment. Okay, program these all programming assignment average score, and 50% score will be taken from that. Okay, so do not miss this. Also, those who are the foundation term students, so in the grading there is a change. Grading, so do not skip any week programming assignment. Okay, so you can see that this is the very strict criteria, like this A3, A4. You can see. So A3 means This is the average of GRP score in week 3. Okay, and to eligible for the OPP exam. Okay, OPP exam. This is the OPP 2. Okay, OPP 1 there is no eligibility criteria, but OPP 2 you have the eligibility criteria that your okay, no. So OPP 1 there is eligibility criteria that your score in the week 3 programming assignment, week 4, and week 5 should be greater than equal to 40 in all three week, week 3, week 4, week 5. If any week if you skip or miss, that you cannot give the OPP exam. OPP 1. And for OPP 2, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9. So in all weeks, your score should be at least 40 marks in the programming assignment average. Okay, so do not miss any week graded programming assignments. So this is the main important things. And now comes to the that interface. So let me quickly explain the interface of this PPH or GRPA. And the same interface you have to give the programming exam for this course. Okay, so this is the first page. When we open this problem, this page actually visible. And here overview page is displayed that what is your last status in this assignment. Okay, how many public test case was passed, how many private test case was passed, and what is your total score in this problem. Okay, out of 100. And question, when you click on this top question statement, you can read the question statement from here. Okay, and sample input is given, sample output is given for this input. Now read the this problem statement carefully and write the code on this editor right side. Test case you can also see. Only public test case you can see where input and output you can see. When you will run this code, you can also see your code output. Okay, expected output or your code output. If expected output and your code output is exact match, so this test case will be passed. If any difference is there, then this will not pass. Okay, private test case you cannot see because that is hidden. And if your logic is correct according to the problem statement, definitely that will also pass. If that is not passing, your code is not correct. Your logic is not correct. Okay, yeah, someone raised the hand. Yeah, Sachin Bharti. Yes.
Hi, sir. Good morning, sir.
Your voice is not clear. Too much noise is coming.
Sir, good morning.
Hello.
Sir, am I audible now?
You are audible, but very low voice is actually some noise is coming.
Okay. Sir, the thing is, what is this public test case and what is this private test case? Second thing is, where to find, sir, let me, can I complete, sir?
Yeah, I am just listening that you are asking about the what is public test case and private test case. After
Yes.
that, what you said, I actually that is not clear.
After that, sir, first thing is that from where I will get this question, sir? And
on the course portal in week 3.
okay, in week 3. And
from week 3, these programming assignments are released. Now you will get every week programming assignment.
Okay, and the third thing is, sir, I have mailed to support team many times that my in my dashboard, sir, C programming is not opening, sir.
So you are not able to access the course page?
Yes, sir. I mean, in the current course, no. I have taken 3 courses: Introduction to C Programming Laboratory, and Electronics Laboratory. So these two laboratory are not opening. If I click on this course,
lab is not started yet, na? So C programming lab is not started yet.
So, but it is not saying not. It is saying that you are not subscribed to this course.
That actually because still registration is going on, payment is going on. Once the everything will be completed before starting the lab, all students will be registered on the course portal. Then you can access.
Okay, sir. And where you are running this course, sir?
Where are running means?
I mean, how to check output, what software?
A lab you are asking?
What you are doing now, sir, currently?
So this is the course, this course C programming course portal. I think you can check this namespace.
No, sir, I think
What
he's
is it?
asking for GVD platform.
Okay, GVD platform. Yeah, I have shared the link in chat also. And Sachin, you are not in the that G space. There is a C programming G space view, I think you can see here.
So can you
And
add
I
me?
think you are also,
Can you add me, sir?
no, you are already there, I think. If you are found term student, definitely you will be there. So
Okay.
let me check. Can you share your email ID in the chat? You are already there. Now you can see in this group you are already there. Okay, check this C programming course where we are sending every announcement, everything.
Sir, I have shared the email ID.
No, I have checked your name. You can see on my page. You are already there in this. Okay, just check your chat. Okay, this chat option. Uh, this C programming, this one. And here, if I just tag you, Sachin. Okay, Sachin Bharti, you can see you are here. Okay, I'm sending this message.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and this online GDV invitation link is also sent in this G space. You can join this. Okay, so let me just complete this. So this public test case means these test case input value you can see. Okay, the public means these are visible to you. What is the input? What should be the output? Okay, so you can verify your code with these test case. Okay, so you are getting correct output or not. And private test case are similar to this, but with different value. But that's are hidden. Okay, you cannot see. When you will run that code, you will get the status that how many private test cases are passed. Okay, so because of that, private test cases are hidden. So what is why we are actually hidden this private test case? Because if we show you this private test case, anyone can write the hard code. Hard code means if input is this, output should this like this. Okay, so like if public test case, I can simply write the code without reading the problem statement if inputs are visible. So simply if else code I'll write, if input is 5, output is 15. Okay, if input is 10, output is 15 or 25, like this. Okay, so nobody so simply by writing this if else condition, you can pass the test case. So because of that, private test cases are hidden, so you cannot figure out that what is the input. But if your logic is correct according to the problem statement, definitely those will also be passed.
Sir,
Hmm.
code is not visible, sir. What you are typing is not visible.
I'm not typing anything.
I mean, what is written in screen, no, not I'm not able to read. Sir. Like
Uh, my screen is not visible to anyone.
screen is visible, but text on side.
So I'm not writing anything. No, I'm just explaining the things.
Like code, what is written, no, I'm not able to read it.
Uh,
Yeah.
this code I have not written. This is the fixed code.
Yeah,
I'll
now
explain this also.
now it is visible, sir. Not visible.
Okay, okay. Okay, so this is the purpose of hidden test case. Okay, so you cannot assume that you cannot get this what is the input value, so you cannot write the hard code for this. Okay, you have to write the logic only. And
But
also there is no marks for the there is no marks. Yes.
you gave input 5, how it is coming something. Input 5, then how output is something. 15 is
So
there,
this is
right?
the let me complete first, Sachin.
Okay.
Okay. So for the public test case, there is no marks for public test case. Marks are only associated with private test case. Okay. if your suppose 5 private test cases are there and your 2 private test case pass, means you will get a 40 marks for this problem out of 100. Okay, solution tab, this will be open after the deadline, so you can, after the deadline, you can see the configured solution. Okay, so now this is the structure on the problem side. Now comes to the editor side. So this is the editor, and here the language only C option is there, so you have to write all this program in C language. Okay, here right side you can increment the font, decrement the font, or using cut, copy, paste in within the editor. Okay, in exam you cannot copy paste things outside, from the outside of the editor, but within the editor you can use the copy paste using these tabs. Okay, so now comes to the editor. So you will see some part of the code will be written like this. So here some gray area is you can see. So this gray area is called as a fixed code on the editor. You cannot remove this code, you cannot edit this code, which are fixed. But this is given from our side, and you need to complete this code. And in between you can see there is a white space. Here you can type anything and press enter, and this space will increase. Okay, so now means in between these two fixed code you need to complete this code to complete this program. So some part of the code is already given. So in this code means we have so this program is already reading the input. Okay, one integer input it is reading, so that sorry, so 5 input we are getting from the code, and we need to print what. So just read the question statement, what question statement is asking. So question statement is saying complete the program to calculate the sum of first n natural number. Okay, first n natural number. So n value is giving as a input. You are given an integer n, calculate the sum of first n natural numbers and store the result in the integer variable sum. Okay, so this is the question statement. Natural number means if we are asking the first 5 natural number, 5 natural means 1 2 3 4 5. First 10 natural number means 1 to 10. So we are just asking that calculate the sum of first n natural number in this code. So this is the complete the program. So means some part of the program is already given in next code. Just complete the logic and run this code. So this is the task for this question. So you will type of interface. So many times we receive the query that I am not able to update the code, I am not able to write the code. So many of you tried to write something, but this gray part is actually a fixed code. Do not try to write here. Just write where the white space is coming in between. Okay, and so here you can write anything. Okay, then run the code. So means this fixed code will also be run with your code. Okay, so this is the one type. Sometimes you will see we will ask to write only the one part of the code, like function. We will ask where the main program will be already written as a hidden code. So whatever question is asking, only write that things. If question is asking to write a specific function, so only write that. Do not read input, do not print something. Just read the question statement carefully and see what question is asking to do. Okay, so this is the question is this interface, and also join the live session of this week, Thursday session. So where the instructor will explain all the PPAs. So you will also get how the questions are solving on here. Okay, and Tuesday session you can also ask. So let me just write to complete this code. So to calculate the sum of first n natural number, we can usually use the formula. So here first thing, so this sum variable we need to store the result. Okay, because we are printing this value as a output. So and this sum variable is not defined yet, not declared yet in the program. So we have to declare like this int sum, because we are adding the integer, so we will also get a integer result. And int sum. Now simply write the formula of this calculation. So that is simply n into n inside the bracket n plus 1 and divide by 2. Okay. So now I have done this program, means input I am already getting in this n variable. I have declared for some variable because this should be print here. And inside the sum, I have just written this formula n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This will calculate the same first n natural number sum. Okay, so if you simply take the example of 5, so 5 means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, and this is we are getting 15. And if you use this formula, 5 into 5 plus 1 6 divided by 2, so you will get a 15. Okay, so this is the correct formula to calculate this first sum of first n natural numbers. So we can directly use this in as a expression. So now after writing this code, you can simply click on test run button. So this test run button is used to run the code on public test case. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so now you can see we are getting this green status for each public test case, and where the input is 5, expected output is 15, and your actual output, this actual output is your code output. Okay, so this is also 15. So both are matched. Because of that, this is passed. Okay, this test case is passed. Same for 10, output should be 15, and your code is also returning 15. Okay, so because of that, this passed. So you can verify your logic with these public test case. Okay, and once you feel that your code is correct and your logic is correct, you can click on the submit button. Okay, so let me show you the if your code is incorrect, then what type of output you will get for the test case. Okay, so now you can see this cross sign is now visible, and also color is red. Okay, and now here input is 5, output should be 15, but your code is returning 10. So this value is not matched. Okay, and format is also not matched. So because of that, incorrect. So this type of status you will get for public test case. Once you feel that your public test case is passed, your logic is looks correct, now click on the submit button. So submit button, when you will click, you will get a message in this bottom pop-up. Submission successful, 5 out of 5 private test case passed. And you will jump to the overview page, and here your score is also visible, 100 out of 100. So here you can see 5 out of 5 public test case pass, 5 out of 5 private test case pass. But marks is only for the private test case, no public test case marks. Okay, so when we click on the submit button, both public and private test case are actually runs. But when we click on the test run button, only public test case run in this code. So this is the interface. So make sure that you can confirm on the same time that how marks you are getting for this problem. So there is no issue you can wait for the final result on the dashboard, but at the same time for the programming assignment you can validate that how many marks you are getting for this problem. Okay, so this is the programming assignment interface from the big 3. You will see this type of interface for the programming assignment, and just practice on this, and the same interface will be used for the programming exam for this course. Okay, so because of that, we are releasing many questions, and for improving the coding, we are using this another platform. TA will also use some platform for additional practice, because this is just a platform, but you can practice on any place, on any editor. So I hope this is clear. Any doubt on this interface, programming interface, you can ask now. Okay.
So, like in the printf function, there is a %d. So why do we need to write %d again in printf function when we have already used in scanf function?
Scanf. Okay. So I hope you have not joined this session in the last week.
I think I have joined.
So we have explained this in the last week also. So let me explain again. So this is called as a specifier, type specifier. Okay. So what type of data we are reading as an input? So first thing, this
Yeah.
scanf is used for the reading input. Okay,
Yes.
reading standard input, and this printf is used to write output on the as a standard output on the console.
Yes.
So what type of data we are reading from the input? Okay, so
That's
we need to identify, mention here that uh, to just tell to the compiler what type of data we are reading. So this is just define a type of data. Percentile d means int, integer type of data we are reading. Okay, percentile c if we used, that represent the character. Okay, percentile s is represent as a string. Okay, percentile f is represent as a float.
floating float. Yes.
Okay, so these specifiers just represent the data type which we are reading. Same here. So what type of, actually, yeah, so this double quote we are writing, this is the requirement of this print function. So means what type of strings we are printing in the output. So this inside this double quote, if anything we are writing, that is considered as a string. Okay, so like we can write output is. Okay, now this is the string we have written, but every problem you will get a different value for this sum. Okay, if we will change this n value, you will get the different sum. Okay, so we have to pass the integer value from the variable, and what type of value we are passing into this string. Okay, so in the output this part will be actually print, but to pass the value of this sum in this string area, so we have to define this percentile d, means instead of this percentile d, this value of sum will be passed, and that will be replace this percentile d. So we are just this is called as a format string for the formatting. So we are just mentioning here that we want to replace this value with some integer. Okay, percentile d means, so some integer value will replace this, and which integer value? So that's some variable value. If we want to pass the float value, so we have to write here percentile f. Okay, so this is called as a format specifier. To when we are reading the input, we have to tell to the compiler that what type of data we are reading using this format specifier. Same to print something, that we have to also mention that what type of data we are passing in the string. Okay.
Okay.
So in this week third, you will see this type of things: variable, data type, all these things, content, and also join the live session of this week. Okay, many things will be covered in the live session also. Okay, so let's. This is the interface of the week 3 programming assignment from week 3. Okay, also join Thursday session when the cover this PPA 1 to PPA 7. Okay, let's move to the online GDB classroom. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. So let's come to the this platform where we are practicing these questions. So now read the question statement carefully. What question statement is saying? You are working on a project that involved mapping the positions of two landmarks in a city. Okay, so some story will be given. You have to figure out that what data is given in the story, and what they are asking with the data. Okay, so you are working on a project that involved mapping the position of two landmarks in a city to determine that exact center point between the two landmarks. Okay, you need to calculate the midpoint of the line segment connecting their coordinate on a map. The coordinates of the landmark are provided as a 2 points, each with an x and y value. So your task is to write a C program that will compute the midpoint between these 2 points. Here we have two inputs. Okay, that means we need to read two inputs. First line contain x1 and y1 value, and second line contain x2 and y2 value. So this input we need to read in for this code, and output we need to print that 2 points that represent the midpoint. Okay, so output is the midpoint of this location is inside this bracket 5.0 and 7.0. So this is also a floating value we need to print. We are reading an integer value, but as output we need to print as a float with 1 decimal point. So what does this mean? So means we have some in the question statement. First, just understand the question statement. So we have some x y plane. So this is x, this is y. So where one point is given like x1 y1. Okay, another point is given x2 y2. Okay, so this line is given actually to coordinate. Now you need to print simply the midpoint. What is the midpoint of this line? Okay, so simple formula to calculate of this midpoint is just use this x1. So for x mid, okay, x mid equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Okay, same y mid equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Calculate using this. So here you may get the float value also. So maybe you are adding like something like 3 plus 4. Okay, suppose if you're adding this and divided by 2, so you will get like 3.5. So because of that we need to get the output in the float type. Okay, so this is the question statement. This is given, explanation is given also, so you can understand that how we are getting the output. So for this input, okay, so 3 plus 7 divided by 2 and 5 plus 9 divided by 2, and you are getting 5 and 7. Okay, and to represent this we will print as a float value 5.0 and 7.0, or this may be float also. So this is the question statement. Now we need to write a program for this. So we need to read these inputs, and then we will calculate the midpoint and then print the output. Okay, so this is our task for this question. So let's write this. First define variables to store these points. Okay, so let's int that x1 you have, x2 you have, and y1, y2. Okay, so these 4 variable I have defined as a input store, and output, for output I'll also define some another variables like float. Okay, so float x, and I'm just giving the name xm and comma ym. So this is just an indication that this is the x of midpoint and y midpoint. Okay, this is the float variable we have defined. Now simple, just read these input. So scanf we use to read the input, because both inputs are integer in both lines, so we will use the specifier percentile d and percentile d, because one line we are getting two input which is representing x1 y1. Okay, so first line we will store these values, so inside the x1 comma y1. But to store this value we have to mention here and symbol that represent the address of this variable. Okay, so and. Okay, so this is to read x1 y. Same we will write for scanf and percentile d, same percentile d, and now these value again we will store and x2 comma and y2. Okay, so now this is the second code points we are reading. Now our input reading part is done. Now we need to calculate the sum of that these 2 points. So here because we have the input as a integer and we are storing the result, we are performing divide operation. 1 second. Just give me a 2 minutes. Okay, sorry. So now we have done the input part, and now we will calculate the midpoints for both. So xm, we will store the result for midpoint of x coordinate. So that is just like a x1 plus x2, and uh, we will divide by 2. And we will see what we will get. Okay. So I'm just writing the basic operation. So this is the simple formula. And similarly, ym equal to y1 plus y2 and divided by 2. Okay. So we have calculated this. Now we will print the output. So print the output is printf, and now we need to print this output with this message. Okay, so this message is also required. Let me just run this. It will give the error. Okay, first we need to, let me check. Okay, this code is giving still error. One second.
इस kind of sir that is kind of one add हो गया है आपका
Huh?
one add is kind of second is kind of one add
Oh, that is also missed.
is
Okay, so yeah, we are also printing this message. Okay, so we need to write the output in same format as required. Okay, so to get the same format, just read this how we are getting the output. So this line we actually print as it is. So the midpoint of the location is space and then this bracket. Now we need to pass the value of xm. Okay, so here we need to pass this percentile f. Okay, as a first value, then comma, then again second value percentile f. Okay, and this close bracket. So instead of this percentile f, we will pass the value of xm and xy. So we will write that here xm, comma xy. Okay. So now this message will come, but instead of this percentile f, xm value will be passed, and second percentile f, xy value will be passed. Okay.
So the second should be ym in place of xy.
Oh, that ym. Yes, correct. Ym. Okay. So let's see what we are getting first. Okay. So we can test here with our input also instead of configured input. So let's pass this 3 space 5. This is not okay. Some delay is there. Okay, 3 and 5, then 7 space 9. Okay. So you can see we are getting the output in this format. The midpoint of location is 5.00000. 6 times 0 we are getting by default. Okay, any float value we are printing that comes by default this with 0 floating point. So now we need to change with the one floating point only. So before this percentile f, so before f we will just add dot 1. Okay, here also dot 1. So this is indicated that we are printing the float value and only till one decimal point. So if you will write here point dot 2, that will print only till 2 decimal point. Okay, so we can change the behavior of this uh, float value printing by this. So let's run again this. So 3 space 5 and then 7 space 9. So now you can see we are getting this with only one decimal point as required. Okay, so let's run this check. So as this is passing all the test case, but there is a issue with this problem. Okay, so what is that issue? Let me run the code and let pass the different point like 3 4. Okay, 3 4 and now 4 and 5. Okay, so this time I'm giving this input. X1 is 3, X2 is 4. So output should become 3.5. Okay, and 4 plus 5 9, and 9 divided by 2, that should come 4.5. Okay, so let's print, but we are getting 3.0 and 4.0. So here we are just losing some information. We are not getting 3.5 and 4.5. So that is happening because we have this float variable xy and ym, xm and ym, but we are performing this division operation with integer only. So x1, x2, y1, y2 all are defined as a integer. So this calculation will only return the integer output. If any value is coming in the float values, that will be discarded because all the variables here are actually represented as a integer. So if we want to print this as a float and we want to get the correct output, so just make any uh, variable here as a float. So like 2.0 you can make this side and 2.0. Okay, so let's run this, and now
Sir,
3.
how can we get that question, sir? Because I'm in a previous term also. So online GDB showing that classroom enrolled.
Hmm.
So how can I access that question?
So just open that page. Now you can just, if you have already enrolled, just click on this link which we have shared in the chat, meeting chat.
Sir, I opened that link and there is showing the classrooms enrolled.
And it is not showing any problem list like this.
Showing, sir, but not open.
No, you will get this type of page first. I think this type of some list is there. Classroom enrolled. Is there any name is coming in your list?
I will try, sir, because of dates I did not try to open because the dates are showing that expired.
No. Open the current link which I have shared in the chat. Okay, and after click on that link, you will see this name in your list. C Programming 2025 Term 3 Live Coding. Click on this, you will see these problems. And when click on the problems, you will get the problem. Okay. Hmm. So let's run this. So again, I'm just passing 3 and 4, and then 4 and 5. So now you can see we are getting the correct output, 3.5 and 4.5. We are not losing the information. So this is the one important thing. We will discuss this more in details, but that is also useful for week 3 programming assignments. So now we are getting the correct output, and let's run the test case again. So it will pass the test case. And now means you can see 5 out of 5 private tests, all test case pass, including public and private. So here public is visible test case. So you can see first, second, third as you are able to see input, your output, and expected output. Okay, but the last 2 test cases are not visible. These are considered as a private test case, but that is also passed. So 5 means total including public and private. Okay, so this is the solution for problem 1. So how we read the input, how we write the logic, and how we print the output. So I hope this is clear.
Sir, if sum is the sum of x1 and x2 is sir 1, then it will, so the xm will be in format of integer, na sir?
X1 plus x2, you are saying 1. So 1 divided by 2, you will get a 0.5.
Sir, but
Correct? Huh?
yes, sir,
Hmm.
yes, sir.
So you will get a
Okay, sir,
0.5
got
using
it, got
this.
it. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any other query in this? Okay. Let's move to the next. So this is the another problem. This is also very basic. So this week we are only discussing simple expression base. We are not using any if else condition loops anything. Okay, simple expression based problem. So write a C program to convert the Celsius to Fahrenheit. So this is also very neat type of problem. So very basic because you know that temperature may be different in different format. So Celsius, Fahrenheit, and so how we can convert one format to another format. So here input is given in the Celsius as a float value. Okay, so the input is a float value Celsius, represent the Celsius. Output contains Fahrenheit temperature with 2-point precision. 2-point precision means this is also a float value, but till 2 decimal point. Okay, so if sample input is 10, but here you can see 10 value is given, but your code should be follow the float integer input. Okay, so if you have written the code for float input, that may take integer also, that can handle the float also. Okay, so temperature, this is the output. Temperature in Fahrenheit scale equal to this one. So this message should also be print with the output. Okay, as it is. Formula you can simply see Fahrenheit equal to Celsius multiply 9 divided by 5 plus 32. So this is the formula you applied for the input. Okay, so simply what value we need to read? We need to read a Celsius value, and we want to print as a Fahrenheit value. So that is the problem. So just simply write int, and I am writing C as a Celsius. Okay, as a input, or not int. We will write a float here because this is given in the question statement, float. And the same type of output we are printing, so we can also write f, comma f. Okay, these two variables I am just making. After that, I'll write the scanf. Send what type of input we want to read, float value. Okay, so this is given in the question statement, so we will use only floats, percentile f. Now this value should be stored where? That is inside C as this value. So this input part is done for this problem. Now convert this input to a required output. So that is f equal to. Okay. So here we need to multiply C multiply in which part? So that is 9 divided by 5. Okay. So 9 divided by 5, and then plus 32. So that plus 32. So here also a problem that we are using 9 divided by 5. So this is also integer calculation. So here you can also use dot 0 to make this as a float value. Otherwise you may get the incorrect output for this expression. So now this calculation is done, and now output part. So printf, what type of okay, so we have to write this complete message as it is. So temperature in Fahrenheit scale. Okay, now space equal to space. Okay, as it is, this should become as it is. Now we want to print a pass a float value here. Okay, now just what value we need to pass here? F. So this is the statement. So same things. Now this time we need to print till 2 decimal points. So here we will add 0.2. Okay. So now this code is written. Let's check this. Okay, so this is asking for input. Let's pass 10 and see what we are getting. So we are getting 50.00, correct. Okay, so we are getting in the same format. Let's run this code on the configure test case. Yeah, so our all tests are passed. So for 10 input we are getting this output. Our code is getting this output. For 20, this is the value. Okay, for 30.32, you can see this type of input is also possible. If we mention percentile D here, so that will read only 32. That will ignore the 0.5. So because of that, we have to mention the float for the input. So this is the public, and later the all test cases are private. So this is the code for the second problem. Okay, so how we write this expression. So one more important thing, so many of students make this type of mistakes. If they are just writing a formula which is given in the question statement also, so they write like this. So C inside the bracket 9 divided by 5 and plus 32. So this is not expected in coding. So we need to identify that what operation is performing between C and this bracket. So that we have to define like multiply. Okay. So this is the second solution. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
Sir, in the previous question, I have written the same code, but my test cases is not passed. Zero test cases passed.
So just check this message is as it is or not, or you can also see the difference, no? So in the output screen, you can see your output and expected output. What is the difference? This
Actually, sir, output is same.
no, that still your test, this message is failed.
Yes, sir.
No, that is not possible. Definitely some spelling mistake. Maybe you have missed this S or something, or maybe some additional space is there somewhere. Okay, so check carefully. Definitely some difference will be there. So this is the solution for second problem. Yes, Sanjay.
Sir, how do I view this problem statement, sir? I can't view this in online JDB.
So are you able to see this page?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So just click on the problem statement. Any
Okay,
problems
right,
like
right. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
okay.
Yes.
Huh.
Sir, this is a qualifier also.
Yes, you also need to, if you are learning C programming course, okay, in your exam
Yes,
some C code based questions will also be there.
yes, sir.
So programming
Hello,
practice is
sir.
also required.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
you told sir in black screen we nothing to do, no?
Nothing to do means
I
black
mean,
screen.
if white in white space only we have to write, right? So when I click on this week 2 problem 2, black screen is coming and some codes are there like studio io data int main and then free. Nothing is there and at the last return 0 is there. So where to write the code? You told in white
You are
space
talking
only.
about this.
Yes,
No,
yes.
that is regarding the course page. That is regarding the course portal. This one. That was for
Hello, sir.
question. That was for our course portal problem programming problem on from Week 3. But currently we are using this online GDB. This is for only this live session practice.
In course portal also we have a facility to write a code.
You can write. So this from Week 3 onwards you can see the problems. Okay, so in Week 3, PPA, PPA2, PPA3, all GRPA1G, all these are programming assignments.
Okay. So
Okay,
sir,
where you can write.
so everywhere sir this thing will be mentioned. Stdio.int int main return 0.
No, that is not always mentioned. Just read the problem statement what is written. Okay, so here it is asking that complete the program. So complete the program means some part is already written, and you need to complete this only.
Sir,
Maybe some later
it is
problem.
asking write a C program to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Uh, so we are doing this now.
Yes, nowhere mentioned complete the program.
So this is just a basic part actually.
Okay,
So that is
got it.
written as a fixed. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Later you need to write a complete program also. So anything is written. So just also consider that that will also be included in your code when you will run the code. So if anything is written, do not write again.
Sir, I've checked
Someone is talking.
all the code, but it is still showing zero test cases passed.
Okay, share your screen. Can you share? That cannot be happen if when no difference is there. Definitely that should be passed. So share your screen. I'll check. Okay, 1 second.
Hello, sir. I open GDB with the same link, but the questions are not opening. When I open that,
1 second, 1 second. Yeah, just click on the test button. Yeah, Dhanpat.
which test but
No, I'm not talking to you. Dhanpat, click on the test button. Dhanpat Kumar.
Yes, sir, I have clicked.
No, I'm just asking to test button. Just click on the stop and then click on the test. Are you doing anything? Dhanpat? Huh. 1 second. Location is 5. Okay, so you can see the difference. No, your output is not correct. Your output is coming 4.0, but output is 5.0. You are saying that it is exact same. So how it is exact same?
But sir, I have written, I think code is properly like
No, if your code is correct, then this is the incorrect output. Definitely something is wrong in your code. Okay, so as I mentioned that you need to write this calculation as it divided by 2.0. Okay. Just write like this: x1 plus x2 divided by 2.0, both expression. Hmm. Now test run button, test button. Okay, still your calculation is incorrect somewhere. Okay, can you show me again?
I think I know the mistake.
Just tell us.
Sir, in the input, he has taken the first scanf to be x1 and
Oh,
x2. It
that
should be
is the
x1,
mistake.
y1.
Hmm. So Dhanpat, inputs are x1, y1 in the first line and x2, y2 in the second line.
oh yeah.
What input we are reading? The first line points are representing x1 and y1 value. But in your scanf statement, you have written x1, x2. So that is incorrect. You should written x1, y1 and lower line x2, y2. Now you can stop sharing. It will work. Still not work?
So,
So some space is there in the additionally after 5.0 comma. After comma, space is there. Remove that space. Okay, now you can stop sharing. Yeah, someone else talking in between.
yes, sir.
Nathan, yes.
Actually, I was writing my code. It was still unfinished, and by mistakenly, I clicked on submit instead of test. I have corrected my code now, but it is saying that I won't be able to submit my assignment again. So will this be graded or something? Because I have passed my test, but the submitted version had an error, because of which it had 0 passed out of 10.
No, it will show you the resubmit option.
I'm not able to resubmit it. When I'm resubmitting, it says that your assignment has already been marked complete and it has been reviewed.
Okay, so these are not graded. Okay,
Okay.
no worry about it. Okay, so now Beak, this question 2 is done. Let's move to the question 3. So
can
in
I
this
share my
question,
screen? I am not able to join that GD.
okay, just here, yeah. Yes, share your screen.
Can you see, sir?
Mm-hmm. Huh. So click on the problem, that beak one here. That B where the beak one is written. Yeah, here. Click. Uh, okay. So I think you joined as a like teacher role. Can you go to the back page? For student term 3. Can you open your 1 second? Where it is? Can you click your name actually welcome where it is given? Can you click on that please? On the left, top, welcome this year. Click here.
Yeah.
Click here.
On your name.
Here. So student you have defined. Second. Okay, I think it is fine. Okay, go to the classroom.
Okay. In
And
term
this
3.
term, this 3. Okay, click on the week 2 problem 1.
Okay.
Why this draft version is visible to you?
Same issue, sir.
So you're not able to see the problem statement, no?
Yes.
1 second. Let's see the draft. Can you click on this icon which is coming on the blue screen top?
Draft.
No, that icon, that light sign
This,
actually on this. Can you
this
click
one?
it here? Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. It's totally different actually. Okay, 1 second.
Sir, I am from previous term. Is that any issue that because of that?
No, that is not the issue actually.
Okay.
So 1 second. What's your name? Mohit Madhukar.
Mohit Chopra. Hmm.
Mhm. So I have deleted you. Can you join this again?
Okay, sir.
Term 3 again.
Not solved, sir.
Okay. Can you open the another class?
Okay.
Previous term class.
Uh, uh, this term, sir?
Yes.
Week.
Yes.
Okay.
What type of interviews you get? Okay. Okay. Check in some other browser, maybe Internet Explorer or something.
Okay.
Okay. You can stop sharing and I'll check this later. Okay. Once the session is complete.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, so let's move to the third problem. So that an online store sells P unit of product every month. Each product is sold for rupees Q, and the store incurs a cost of rupees R per product for manufacturing and shipping. Additionally, the store has a fixed monthly cost of rupees 5,000 for website hosting and other expense. Calculate the monthly profit the online store makes. Okay, so this is the information we have, and what type of input we are reading for this. First line we are reading number of units sold. Okay, so that is representing number of units. Second line is per unit cost. Okay, third unit consists of cost per unit. Price for per unit is Q, cost per unit is R. So means if you see the calculation, so 500 is representing the total number of unit, and what is the price we are just selling these units, that is 1500 per unit. So total value we are gaining 1500 into 500, but we are getting cost, actual cost on per unit is 800. So that is just like a for profit we will reduce this. Okay, subtract this. So 500 multiply 1500 minus 500 multiply 800, and we will also reduce this 5000 cost which is fixed for month. Okay, for web hosting or any other things. So the remaining amount will be represented as a profit. Okay, so calculation is the explanation. You can see what is the total cost we are getting after selling. So that is 500 into 1500, and what cost we have, actual cost we have for these. So that is 500 into 800, and we will also reduce our another fixed cost for web hosting, that is 5000. Then we will get our final profit for this. So we need to read three input here, P, Q, R, these three value. So you can give any variable name to read these three input to write the code. So let's, and these three units are as a integer value, you can see, and output is also a integer. So int okay, so int let me give the name as a unit. So I'm giving the name which is proper readable. So units, okay, and price and cost. Okay, this is the text input we did. And
Sir, my
let me
GDB
just
problem
also
solved. In another browser I tried, it
okay, so
opens.
yeah, maybe some like resolution issue, something is there on the
Yes.
Chrome. Okay, so now cost and now profit. Okay, so I have declared four variable because in three are the input and fourth one I have just mentioned for the profit calculation. So now to read input, so we are reading these three inputs in three line. So we can also read these input using the one scanner, or you can also read in the three scanner. Okay, so percentile D, percentile D, percentile D. So now end unit, units, comma, and second value is represent a price, and third value is represent as a cost. Okay, so now our input part is done. Now for calculate the profit, simply write this profit equal to, so first calculation is like per units multiply price. Okay, now subtract the actual cost, so that is units multiply cost. Okay, and also subtract the fixed cost 5000. And now this become our expression to calculate this value. Now print the output. So here this time we are only printing the value, output value, without any message. So simply print f, okay, and here percentile t, because this is an integer value, and pass this profit. Okay, So now this become our complete program. And okay, return mess. Okay, so this is void, so we don't need to return anything here. So let's yeah, this is done. So let's test this. So first input is 500, second input is 1500, third is 800. So we are getting the correct. Yeah, look.
Sir, what is difference between void and int main?
So void means this main function. This is called as a function actually. So function is just a block of code. So that void means this function will not return anything from this block. Okay. So void is means absence of return. Okay. If we will write int here, so we have to return some integer value from this function. So because of that, we are not writing the return statement here. Okay. So this is returning correct, and now our test case are also passed according to our logic. All test cases are giving correct output. So this is the solution. So you can see problem is generally gives like in this some story way, but calculation is simple. So just figure out that what information is given. So these are just like your 12th, or you have seen this type of problems in your mathematics also. Okay, like reasoning type of problems. Okay, let's move to the problem 4. If you have any query, you can stop me, okay, because we have already close to the time. So problem statement 4. Okay, so now a shopkeeper gives a discount on each product given the original price of an item and the discounted percentage. Calculate the final price after applying the discount. So means we have the original price, we have the discount. So just calculate the final price after the discount for this problem. Okay, so I think uh, some text mistake is there. So this formula is written again. Okay, so just ignore this. I'll remove this. So input format is the first line contains an integer p. So p means price, the original price. The second line contains an integer d as a discount in percentage. Okay, so this is representing the percentage. Output is the final price as a floating. Okay, so this 1000 is a price, 10% is a discount, and final that final price after that is 900.0 as a float value. Okay, so this is the formula. Here nothing is written in the code editor, so write a complete code. Okay, so like s include dot h return 0. Okay, so now we will define our required input variables. So what type of value we want to store? So we are storing this p. Okay, so int p, or let me just write price. Okay, and the discount. So int discount. Okay, and final price. Okay, so like this is as a float. So float final price. Float final price. So these variable I have declared. So this is required for my calculation. So now just read the input. So scanf %LD. Okay, and both value first value will be stored inside the price, and second value will be stored in the discount. So input part is done. Now calculate the final price. So final price is equal to, how you will calculate this? So this price is given like price minus. Okay, now do the calculation like this. So price multiply. So this discount is given in the percentage. So you have to multiply by like 10. discount and divide by 100. Okay, so let me just write this, divide by 100. So again the same things here, divide operation is there, and this price and discount is everything is given as a integer value, and this 100 is also given a integer value. So anything is comes like as a float that will replaced by the integer. Okay, so because of that we have to uh, write like this one value at least as a float in this calculation. So now we will get a correct calculation in the float form. So just reduce the discount price from the original price and you will get a final price. And now at the end, just print this printf as a percentile f. Okay, and till one decimal point add dot one. Now pass this value, simply final price. Okay, so now this code is done, and let's test this. So 1010, and now we are getting 900.0. Okay, so let's test. Okay, test case is also passed. So this is the solution for this problem. Any doubt? If you have any query, you can ask. Now question 5. So question 5, problem statement: a customer buys a certain number of apples and orange from a fruit stall. Write a C program that calculates the total cost of their purchase. The program should take the number of apples, the price per apple, the number of orange, and the price per orange as input. Okay, input format is like looks like this. So 4 input we are reading here: number of apples as a first, then number of price per apple, then number of orange, then price per orange. All are the integer value. Okay, output format is simply a single integer representing the total cost of all the fruits. Okay, so this is with this message: total cost colon space 95. So this is simple calculation. Just read 4 input first and simply add the total, calculate the total cost. So like int. So I'm just writing apple and price for apple. Okay, and another is orange and price. Yeah, orange. Okay, so 4 variable have declared like total cost. Okay, so I've declared these variables. Now read the input. So scanf. So 4 integer value we are reading here. So that percentile d, percentile d, percentile d, and percentile. So make sure that order should be the correct percentile. This is something like this. Scanf. Percentile f. So order should be correct as the input, as per the input or problem statement. So first is like a apple. Okay, and next is apple, price apple. Next is orange, and next is price orange. And put the AND symbol with everyone to identify the address. Okay. So this is the input part. Now calculate the total cost. So simply apple multiply price of apple plus orange multiplies price of orange. Okay, now print this output. Printf and just print as it is total cost. Okay, so total cost colon space. Okay, then percentile D, and pass this value total cost. Done. Okay, so this part done. So let's pass the input. Okay, so 5, 10, 3, 15. So total cost is 95. So we are getting in the correct format. Okay, so we are also getting the all test case passed. Okay, so last.
I have a
Yes.
doubt, like as you are given input like 5, 10, 3, 15, it is written in the one line. And in the previous question, it is written in the next line, like one by one line.
So both way you can write the statement. So this is it is written in the one line. You can write like this. For the same input, you can also write for scanf. Okay. So actually, what happened? The compiler actually waits for the each input. Okay, so that will wait for this percentile D, and once this first value will be passed, so it will move to the next input. Doesn't matter it is written in the same line after space, or it may be moved in the next line. So compiler will wait for the all 4 input. So this will work in the same way. So scanf you can write like in 4 separately. So like percentile D and comma that apple. Okay, so simple this. Okay, this is the one statement. Same thing you can write in multiple statement. I think copy paste is not allowed. Not allowed in this. So you have to write everywhere. Scanf. Okay, percentile D, and then but order should remain the same. So price FL. Okay. Scanf. Percentile D and orange. Scanf. Price of orange. And make the above line comment. So that comment will ignore. So to make the comment, just write this, and now run this code. So it will again the work as the same. So let's you can see here 5, okay, 10, and 3, and 15. Okay, it will read all 4 and it will give the output. Okay, so it will work in the same way if you pass single input and press enter. So like 5, press enter, still it will wait. 10, press enter. 3, press enter, then 15. You will get the same output. Okay, so it works in the both way. Test the pass the test case. Okay, so this is the 5th, and now problem 6. You can try this by your own. I hope this is very simple. So a company calculates an employee's salary based on basic salary. The total salary is calculated as total salary equal to base salary plus 40% of base is HRA, and 20% of the base DA. Okay, so calculate the total salary. So here input is just a base salary. So after that, add 40% of this as a HRA or 20% as a DA and calculate the total cost. So I hope you can do this by your own. Or if any of you want to share your screen and you can try to solve live here. Okay, let's quickly write.
Sir,
Hmm?
What is OPP and SCT, sir?
OPP is Online Proctored Programming Exam.
And
Okay,
SCT?
this SCT is System Compatibility Test for Programming Exam.
So this has marks.
No, SCT is just a like eligibility for the programming exam. Means they are giving some like environment checking actually. So how the programming exam is conducted. So that this is conducted as a remote. You can give this exam from your home. Okay, but you have to set up something for this exam. Like you have to set up your mobile as a in the side stand where your view should be visible to the proctor. So some one proctor will monitor to you through the Gmeet. Okay, so
So
you have to turn on your camera from the mobile phone. You have to join the meeting through the mobile phone, and from your mobile phone, your complete view should be visible, where you and your laptop should be visible clearly.
all these things are over, sir, or it will be. It is completely.
One slot is done for SCT. I think they will release again the another slot. So just be active. Okay, check your mail regularly.
But I did not
Or
get
else,
any mail, sir. But in it is saying OPP and SCT approval absent.
so that status will be updated once you will give the SCT exam.
So
Okay,
when
so
it will, sir, when it will
huh.
be, sir? At least they should send email. No email they are not sending, or either at least a phone number is there. They should call, sir. No, because
so so one thing you have joined this program. This is the first term for you,
yes, sir. This is everything is fresh started, sir.
and you are JE student.
No, no, no. I'm not a student, sir.
Okay, so you cleared this in the previous term qualifier and
Yes,
then you
yes,
started.
yes,
Huh?
yes,
Okay, okay.
yes.
You will get the mail. Okay, so also you can write a mail to the support, or I think if you are in G space, you can tag to the Victoria
Okay, sir.
or support and ask.
Sir, for support, any phone number is there?
Just
Because
check the
mail,
website. Just check the
no,
website.
in
Okay.
website it is not there. The number is there. That number is not working, sir. In website, contact us. That number is not there because the mail they are
Okay.
replying
So
Actually,
after.
today is Saturday. That's why it's not working. Today is Saturday. It's on Monday to Friday.
No, even in Monday to Friday it is not working.
But I called. It's working. You can try.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
I'm a student. I called them.
Okay, you called. Okay, can you share that number on a chat box?
Wait.
So
And
you
sir,
can
one more
directly
thing.
connect in
Sir?
G space. So G space is the direct faster way of the communication.
And sir, one more thing. OPP one date is 9th of November, but in grading document it is saying 8 November, which is correct, sir.
One second,
If
let
you
me
check
check.
grading document, no, it will show. Yeah,
Grading policy.
yes, sir.
9th November. It is
Yes,
mentioned
sir.
that
Go,
8th November.
sir, go below, sir.
D0.
Yes, yes. Grading
Grading
documents.
document. Okay, what is the day of that C programming?
No, sir. Go down, sir.
Where? Which course you are asking that?
Introduction to C program. OPP list is there, sir.
Where it is the list? This one? Here also November is mentioned programming quiz.
Sir, week. Wait.
So maybe you have checked for the another course like Linux. Linux maybe 8. No, Linux is different actually. Yeah, that is it. later.
Sir, there is yes, sir, September 2025 term important date is there, no? In that quiz 1, quiz 2 in term is there, no?
No,
BS.
where it is, where these dates are yours. Can you share your screen?
Yes, yes, yes. I have opened it, sir.
Okay, here. Yeah, I got it. So you can see this one.
Yes,
I
yes,
think you are
yes,
talking.
yes, sir. So it is 8 November. It is showing.
FLC programming Saturday. Okay.
OPP E1 is divided into 2 days, day 1 and day 2.
No, but in day 2 it is not mentioned C programming, no.
No. So okay. So yeah, we will check this. I think so. OPP is only on Sunday. So I'll check this. Sunday. This is Python, Java. Saturday. Okay, I'll check this and check with the team. They will update this with the one date at every place. Okay. Okay. So see this C OPP1. It will be definitely either on 8 or maybe 9. So we will update this document. Maybe they missed something. Saturday, 8 November OPP. Let's see. Yeah, this should be 8 and 7 to 9. Okay. Okay. So one problem is remaining. I hope you can solve. So I think someone has shared the screen. I think that is stopped. Any query? Anyone else? Hello, am I? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Audible, sir.
Okay, okay. So yeah, one problem is remaining. So just try to solve this by your own. Sixth problem for 2. So this is simple. Take read only one input B and use this formula and print the output. Okay. So yeah, these 6 problems we have released. So from week 3 onwards, we will solve more like high level problem compared to these problems. Okay. From week 4
Sir, once
when
again.
the Mhm.
Sir, first thing I want to know that C programming is every day. Live session is every day in calendar.
So mostly it is in 6-day live session we have. So 3 days we have the instructor session. Okay, so that Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That are instructor session, and another 3 days are for TA session. So our one of the previous students that conducted this one for more practice or doubt.
Okay, in TA session we can ask doubt.
You can ask doubt, and TA will also discuss some programming problems for more practice.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, and all these sessions are also recorded. So if you missed anything, so you can also see later. So we have already shared this on the course page. So live session tab. Inside this, instructor sessions are available on the YouTube. Okay, so you can jump on the YouTube channel of this course and see the live session recordings. Okay, and for TSS is a seat. Okay, seat is not added here. Current YouTube is okay. That is not added. So I'll add the seat for TS session. So in that seat, you can see the recording of the sessions. Okay.
Okay, sir. We will.
Okay, then that's it for today. So if you have any query, you can ask. Otherwise, we can close this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, when will be the next SCT session be communicated?
So that these things you can check with support. I'm also not aware of that slot. So just check with support or ask to Victoria in the G space.
Okay, sure, sir.
Okay, then
Sir,
no.
sir, in GBD, after completing sir, that week 2, problem number 6,
Uh-huh.
sir, I have submitted, sir, but in it, status it is showing only submitted, not instead of completed. Why?
No, when you're clicking on the submit button, you are getting this page, no? This one.
Sir, should I share my screen?
Okay, 1 second. So, yeah, it is showing completed, na?
No, sir, instead of completed, it is showing submitted. Week problem number 4 and problem number 6.
Okay, can you share your
Yes, sir. Me
screen
too
once?
also.
Just a second, sir.
Okay, can you open the problem 4?
Yes, sir.
Problem 4 and problem 6.
Yes, sir. In my also it is showing the same in problem 4 and problem 6.
So your test case is 3 passed of 4.
Yes,
Your
sir.
test cases are not passed all. One test case is failed. Private test case is failed.
So for all passed, it is also showing submitted.
So that
Yes,
is
sir. In
for
my
problem
also
4.
are passed.
That is for problem 4 and problem 6, na?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Let me check. Maybe some setting is different. Problem 4 and 6.
Sir, here in problem number 6, all 4 cases are passed.
Let me check. Some setting may be different. Audit submission disable.
Sir, may I stop sharing my screen?
You can stop here. Looks everything okay. Oh, okay. Grading is on actually. Okay. So on the that submission page, are you able to see the your marks
Yes, sir.
for the
Yes, sir.
other problems? Other problems like
Yes, sir.
problem 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So how?
Yes.
Oh, okay, 1 second. Then let me change the setting. Okay, I've changed. Can you submit again and check? Can you check and after refreshing again, what is status is
No,
coming?
sir. Now it is also the same.
Same. No? Okay. Okay, I'll check this later. So no issue if it is submitted or completed. I think both are same. I'll check this later. Oh.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I had one doubt. I checked the graded assignment problems for the week 3, and they are quite complicated as compared to the problems that we did today. Right.
So
So,
this, okay. So these problems today we have discussed for week 2. Okay, not week 3. So this is the week 2 live session, not week 3 live session.
okay, so similar difficulty problems, I mean higher
Yeah.
difficulty problems will be discussed in week 3 live sessions.
Yes. So Thursday session, instructor will discuss the week 3 practice programming assignment. Okay. And next week live coding session, we will also discuss similar type of problems. So that's are not difficult. Actually, that's are more actually formula based type of questions.
Okay, sure, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, sir,
Okay.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, handwritten note submission is compulsory.
For C programming, there is no handwritten solution needed.
Okay, sir.
For other course, just check with the that corresponding course instructor. Okay. For C programming, there is no handwritten notes required.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah.
as you solve the question like profit loss type question and you have written like units. When we are given P units, then why we can't use directly P?